An era is emerging where success can be generated in seconds. Perfect posts, perfect resumes, perfect voices, perfect lives. AI can now simulate confidence, productivity, creativity, even personality. But as synthetic success becomes more common, distinguishing what's real grows harder. In a world saturated with artificial wins, those who stay grounded will stand out the most. Authenticity becomes the differentiator. Real effort, real growth, real connection. These can't be faked by an algorithm. The future won't belong to whoever generates the best output. It will belong to those who remain genuinely human in an increasingly artificial landscape. 1. When success becomes easy to fake. Today, it's possible to generate a business plan in 30 seconds, build a personal brand in an afternoon, and craft a polished online presence overnight. Tools exist to automate what once took weeks or months. But when success becomes easy to imitate, appearance loses its value, metrics inflate, titles blur, signals get noisy. Everyone can look the part now. The question quietly shifts from, how successful do you look, to, can you actually deliver when it matters? Because when the presentation is automated, what's left is execution, real problem solving, real resilience, real results under pressure. The gap between looking capable and being capable has never been wider or more obvious. In a landscape where everyone has access to the same shortcuts, the advantage goes to those who've done the work that can't be generated. Depth over decoration, substance over simulation. That's what will separate those who rise from those who just look the part. 2. Output without substance is the new risk. AI makes output cheap. Anyone can generate content at scale now, but cheap output doesn't build trust. Consistency and depth do. The risk isn't AI replacing people. It's blending into a sea of polished, shallow work that all sounds the same. In an AI-generated world, substance becomes the rare currency. Real experience, clear thinking, judgment built through mistakes, context that can't be scraped or copied. These aren't downloadable, they're earned. They come from years of trial and error, from navigating complexity that no prompt can capture. AI can mimic style, but it can't replicate the nuance that comes from lived experience. It can't understand the unspoken context of a situation or make the judgment calls that require intuition. The people who thrive won't be those who generate the most. They'll be those who bring something irreplaceable to the table. Insight that only comes from being there, doing the work, and learning what can't be taught. 3. Staying real means slowing down where others speed up. While the internet races toward faster creation, real advantage often comes from restraint. People who stay real think before publishing. They choose fewer projects with deeper focus. They build opinions instead of echoing trends. They take time to understand before reacting. Depth doesn't scale fast, and that's exactly why it stands out. In a culture optimized for volume, slowing down becomes a competitive edge. It means resisting the pressure to comment on everything, to be everywhere, to constantly produce. It means saying no to opportunities that don't align, even when they look good on paper. It means letting ideas marinate instead of rushing them out half-formed. This kind of discipline is harder than it sounds. The algorithms reward frequency, the platforms reward speed. But the people who matter, clients, collaborators, audiences who actually care, they reward substance. They remember the work that made them think, not the content that filled their feed. Depth takes longer, but it lasts. 4. Human skills are becoming more valuable, not less. AI excels at information. It can process data, identify patterns, and generate outputs faster than any human. But humans excel at interpretation, at making sense of what the data means in context. What still matters? Taste and discernment, emotional intelligence, strategic thinking, communication under pressure, ethics and judgment. These are the skills that can't be automated. AI can suggest options, but it can't decide which one is right for this moment, with these people, under these circumstances. It can't read the room. It can't sense when to push and when to hold back. It can't weigh competing values or navigate the gray areas where rules don't apply. The future doesn't reward people who compete with machines. It rewards people who direct them wisely, who know what questions to ask, who understand what problems are worth solving, who can take raw output and shape it into something meaningful. The tool is powerful, but the judgment behind it, that's irreplaceable. 5. Build a signal that can't be generated. The strongest personal brands in an AI era won't be loud. They'll be distinct. This comes from original frameworks. Personal stories with context, long-term thinking, and showing your reasoning, not just the result. AI can generate content. It can't generate your lived perspective. It can't explain why you made a specific decision in a high-stakes moment or what you learned from a failure that changed your approach. It can't share the nuance of working in your industry for a decade or the patterns you've noticed that others miss. Distinction comes from specificity, from saying something only you can say because you've been there, from building a point of view that's shaped by real experience, not aggregated data. The brands that cut through won't be the ones with the most polished content. They'll be the ones with something genuine to say, a perspective that feels unmistakably human, because it is. That's what people will seek out. That's what algorithms can't replicate. 6. Measure success offline first. When everything online is optimized for performance, grounding success offline becomes essential. The questions that matter shift. Am I actually improving my skills? Do I feel calmer, clearer, more capable? Is my work respected when it's tested in real situations? Am I building something durable or just visible? If the answers are yes, the metrics will follow. But if the focus stays on appearances, likes, followers, engagement, without substance underneath, it collapses under scrutiny. Real success isn't loud. It's quiet confidence that comes from knowing the work holds up. It's the ability to deliver when it counts, not just when it's being watched. It's respect earned through consistency, not manufactured through content. The online world rewards speed and volume. The offline world rewards reliability and depth. The people who win long-term are the ones who build for both, but never sacrifice the second for the first. Substance first, visibility second. Always. 7. Real work compounds, synthetic wins fade. Synthetic success spikes fast and disappears just as quickly. Real progress compounds quietly. Skills stack, reputation deepens, trust grows slowly, and lasts. In a noisy, artificial world, the most valuable thing to build is credibility. Credibility isn't flashy. It doesn't trend. It's built through repeated proof that someone shows up, does the work, and delivers on what they promise. It's the difference between a viral moment and a lasting career, between being known and being trusted. Synthetic success is a sugar rush, immediate, intense, and gone before it matters. Real progress is the long game. It's showing up when no one's watching. It's refining skills that won't pay off for years. It's making decisions that prioritize integrity over optics. The world is full of people chasing spikes. The opportunity is in building something that compounds. Because when the noise fades and the trends move on, what remains is what was real all along. And that's what people remember. AI will continue to make success easier to simulate, but meaning, mastery, and trust will always belong to people who stay real. The tools aren't the problem. The problem is forgetting who's in control. There's no need to reject AI. Use it, leverage it, let it handle what it does best. But don't let it replace what makes work meaningful: judgment, perspective, integrity. In an AI-generated world, authenticity isn't a buzzword. It's an edge. It's what separates those who blend in from those who stand out. The future belongs to people who use the tools without losing themselves in the process.